Hello, denizens of the internet. Wow, I'm producing this video quickly because of all the news. We are witnessing a sea change in the entertainment industry suddenly. And I strongly believe some of that change can be attributed to the millions of people who call themselves fans. Yes, the same people who have been vilified by the entertainment press and the captured actors who squeal from their cars. Now, truth be told, a lot of these changes can be attributed to the fact that the woke experiment has been an unmitigated failure, both financially and, frankly, artistically. Isn't that ironic? Those that complained about how bad Ghostbusters 2016 was, the fans who realized that Kathleen Kennedy was driving the Star Wars bus off a cliff, the disasters of the last few Marvel MCUs, the willful destruction of Doctor Who, and let's not forget our favorite, Rings of Power. Those who reported these oncoming train wrecks have been relentlessly attacked by corporate shills and sycophants, and their only crime was that they were right. I'm pretty new to this game, so I won't attribute anything to myself, but we should to the veterans who have been relentless in reporting the destruction of pop culture. Let's look at what has just recently happened in no particular order. But the big news must be James Gunn and Peter Safran hired to lead DC film, TV, and animation as co-chairs and co-CEOs of DC Studios. This is the puzzle piece David Zaslav has been looking for as a part of the DC rebuild. Frankly, I don't think there's no one else out there that would be more qualified than Gunn. Ironically, Marvel Studios' only successful movie in 2023 could very well be Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Gunn's last hurrah at Disney, who he vowed never to work for again. Disney would love it to be a huge financial success, but I'm also thinking spiteful forces within would want it to tank so as to not give Gunn even more credibility over at DC. Sure, Ant-Man is coming out in February, but it's not a billion-dollar franchise, even if it succeeds. If you've seen Gunn's work, it's always fun and imaginative. And the Peacemaker series on HBO Max, which is just fantastic, shows that DC are not going to be following any woke agenda. Of course, you've got Zaslav himself and his massive house cleaning of executives and content. Captured Hollywood executives are eagerly awaiting to see if they can crawl out from under their beds and institute a similar program. Things have been quiet on the Paramount front, but while there is mild happiness around Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the damage Discovery and the first 2 years of Picard have done put the Star Trek brand on life support. Here's hoping the J.J. Abrams influence has finally waned there. And speaking of losing influence, it looks like Kathleen Kennedy can walk around the Star Wars campus, but has been stripped of decision-making powers. The damage done to Star Wars looks permanent, and it was the fandom menace that kept raising the red flag, but were ignored because of some ism. Rumors have it that the Indiana Jones will be Kathleen Kennedy's graceful exit. As reported by Chris Gore, it looks like the showrunners of Rings of Power might be taking a back seat as there is a desperate attempt to right that tottering trash heap. I didn't hate Rings of Power because it was woke or even very un-Tolkien-like. I hated it because it was just bad. So many things could be forgiven if something is of excellent quality and successful, but woke and good just does not seem to mix. Oil and water. Amazon's woke leadership gave unwoke Ryan Condal the boot, and he proceeded to fashion House of Dragons for HBO, which has kicked Rings of Power's ass. Good decision there. And now, in a similar vein, the politically fragile at Disney sent Gunn packing to Warner's, where he'll bring wit, fun, and creativity. Yes, Disney, the company that just could not bring itself to put Luke, Leia, and Han together for one final blowout. Perhaps the dumbest decision ever in showbiz history. The relentless pressure from the online jabbers, I think, have had an outsized influence throughout this drought. Things are changing. The corporate press has had a disastrous run, both in promoting these failed properties and coming after us. Fan baiting has been a failure. The onliners have come out on top, and there's no turning back. Congratulations. But remain vigilant. Till next time, denizens, be seeing you.